All right, guys. Well, we've seen this one before. Eric Adams already pulled the, hey, Trump, I'm actually a pretty good guy, and I know I might have committed some crimes, and I definitely got indicted, but hey, you have too, so you think you could back me up? Now, Bob Menendez is joining the grift and hoping to hop on the Trump train straight to Pardon Town. And, of course, we all know the fastest way to Pardon Town is to give Donald Trump the service that he requires. Bob Menendez, of course, is the Democratic senator that got in trouble for taking money or bribe and being a foreign agent for Egypt. Well, he was convicted of those crimes, and, just like any other criminal, he fled to the arms of the Republican Party as he knows it is a safe place if you have SA charges or any other criminal record. So we're going to take a look at a video today of Bob Menendez doing what corrupt politicians do best: pander to Donald Trump.
A judge has sentenced former New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez to 11 years in prison. Today's sentencing comes several months after a jury convicted Menendez on 16 felony counts, including bribery, extortion, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. He was also found guilty of acting as a foreign agent for the government of Egypt. The former lawmaker slammed the court while delivering remarks to reporters.
16, not bad. Not as good as 34 or 91, which Donald Trump was facing, before America decided to bail him out by making him a president again. But not bad. Not bad at all. 16 counts. He's working his way up to the big leagues. Now, before we get to the rather pitiful cry for help to save his beehole from certain violations that it's about to encounter, I just wanted to point out something. And that is, you notice that the left hasn't came rushing to Bob Menendez's defense. Well, that's because the left still has some type of morals left. I'm not sure at this point whether or not they should, because it seems like America doesn't, because America elected Donald Trump. But they do. And just like what happened with Mayor Adams, when they don't rush their defense, these criminals, these corrupt politicians, find their way quickly into the arms of the Republicans. And Republican voters don't seem to give one shit about whether or not these people are corrupt or not, no matter what they say, because they're just like them. But whether or not it's a winning strategy nowadays, the left does stand on a moral high ground, attempting to constantly criticize and hold accountable the people within their party. Whilst on the right, I would not be surprised to find out that Jared Fogle was going to run as Trump's successor in 2028. But I do applaud the left for actually holding Bob Menendez accountable, regardless of the fact that he will find his way over to the right, where he will find a endless griftopia. That being said, this was his lame attempt to try to get Donald Trump to swoop in.
Welcome to the Southern District of New York, the Wild West of political prosecutions. President Trump is right. This process is political, and it's corrupted to the core.
I gotta say, if anybody knows corruption, it's Bob Menendez and Donald Trump. I wonder if Bob Menendez is going to try to sneak one of those gold bars into the jail cell in his prison wallet, if you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, Bob, you're not gonna get Donald Trump's attention with such a lame-ass attempt at sucking the little tiny orange mushroom. You gotta go bigger than that. Maybe invade the Capitol, maybe shit on somebody's desk, or assault a police officer. Then you'll definitely get a pardon. But just crying about the corruption of the New York courts? Hell, you didn't even call Letitia James the B word. Didn't even dunk on Alvin Bragg once. I mean, the least you could have done was made fun of Michael Cohen. But Bob Menendez, he's new to the Trump circle. So just give him some time, and I'm sure he'll be our next Georgina Santos. But the one thing Mr. Bob Dabalina there definitely has down so far is his ability to be two-faced and corrupt.
Senator Menendez quoting President Trump. He will not report to jail until June 6th so he can attend his wife's bribery trial. That's scheduled to start in March. CBS News reporter Katrina Kaufman joins us now. Katrina, great to see you. What's the reaction up in New York in the courtroom, defending today's sentencing?
Bob, it's great to join you. During the sentencing, Menendez stood there just very silently looking at the judge, his hands clasped, and his children, Rob and Alicia, were right behind him. But what I think was even more striking is the contrast of the way Menendez acted in the courtroom today versus that clip that you played outside of the courtroom, Bob, because Menendez spoke on his own behalf in court to the judge, which is the right of a criminal defendant during a sentencing. And he really got quite emotional. He broke down crying to the judge. He called himself a chastened man. He said that the judge hadn't gotten to know who he truly was and told stories about his many years of service, his rise in politics, how he had helped save lives over the years. But when he came outside, he really had no contrition. He proclaimed his innocence. And as you were just saying, he was quoting President Trump, really just talking about the injustice of the New York political system.
Sounds to me like Bob cried like a little bitch. And then just like everyone else in Donald Trump's circle, he went outside, got in front of the cameras, and acted like a tough guy. Maybe Cenk over there at TYT can offer him a job. Then the two of them go on Turning Point and hang out with Charlie Kirk. Then maybe Donald Trump might become aware of him. I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't doubt that Bob Menendez would fit right in with Republicans. Criminals for Republicans are like Pokemon. They got to catch them all, but not to put them in jail, to put them in office.
Katrina, prosecutors were calling for Senator Menendez to serve 15 years while the defense team was arguing he should serve just about 2 or less than that. Why did the judge ultimately sentence him to 11 years?
Bob, the judge said that he decided to sentence Menendez below what the guidelines said because of a few factors. One is his age. He's 71 years old. Also his health and his decades of public service. But the judge also felt that he really had to show deterrence here, a general deterrence. He didn't think that Menendez is going to commit this type of crime again, but he had to show the public that you just can't violate the public oath in this way. You can't have bribery and fraud and a betrayal of the voters in the government.
I'm sure that came as a complete surprise to Bob Menendez, considering that the person currently occupying the highest office in our country is a 34-time convicted felon. I mean, compared to the President of the United States, Bob just did some light crime. Well, Bob, good luck with that pardon, buddy, because you don't look like you would survive very long in jail. And though it seems really popular right now to have criminals in office, I think the left needs to stick to their guns on this one. Because regardless of how corrupt the Republican Party becomes, 2 wrongs in this case just ain't gonna make a right. I don't know, unless Bob Menendez starts a meme coin or something like that. That'd be okay. All right, guys, well, you guys let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Let me know, do you guys think that the left should come to Bob Menendez's rescue just like the right constantly comes to the rescue of all of their politicians? Or do you think that they're doing the right thing? I think it's doing the right thing. And I think the left should continue to do what they've done with their politicians this whole time and hold them accountable. All right, anyways, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and remember, love you guys, appreciate you guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.